play WHOW radio.
That's all there is to it.
And to stop the WHOW stream, just say, Alexa, stop.
WHOW, now on the Amazon Alexa app.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. DNR Conservation Police Officer Noah Workman in studio with us today. We were talking 4 days of basketball, Noah. You recovered yet?
Oh, I'm on like the basketball hangover.
I know, right?
Monday morning. It was 4 straight days of couch time, basketball, 12-hour shifts.
Like horrible eating, horrible drinking, all the things.
Yeah, when you're a fan of March Madness, you just got to put in the 12-hour shifts. This is our Super Bowl. You know?
Yeah, I got to tell you, I don't think I've made it through all 4 days of basketball to the end. Like at some point, I just like fall asleep on the couch, or like I just can't do it, so I go to bed. I think I made it through every game this year.
That's impressive.
I know.
Friday night, I remember I woke up at 12:30. I think that was Gonzaga's game, and I was hearing Mark Few's speech, and I'm like, oh, I better get to bed.
Yeah.
Last
Gonzaga
night,
lost, right? No, they lost
yesterday or Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
And then yesterday, Alabama was whooping on Texas Tech. So I was like,
right.
I'm done.
I've
got to call it. I can't finish the second half. And,
plus, you got to work Monday. And
it's time to get to be an adult again.
Yeah.
Like
you got to be ready for the radio, all those things.
Right.
So, got to be well rested. No, but anyways, well, hopefully the next day or two we're recovered and what we put our bodies through is out the window. But anyways, let's dive in, Noah. With this great weather we've experienced the last few weeks. I mean, I know there's been some up and downs with it, but overall it's not been too bad. What are park crowds like right now?
Beautiful. Park crowds have increased. Living out of Weldon Springs, I see it every day. The amount of cars, and it was Saturday and Friday. I noticed, I worked outside a little bit in the mornings and noticed a lot more people out there walking, a lot of cars coming in, families, utilizing the pavilions to grill out, hang out, and just in a place to recreate. So it's nice to see. I really do enjoy it. I didn't get out to Clinton Lake this weekend. So I don't know. I can't speak for it, but I assume it had increased traffic as well. It typically does this time of year.
Sure. We talked in our last visit about some of the like the brush and things, the invasive species work that was done at Weldon Springs. And I noticed there are some trails that are closed. Is that what's the kind of their status of like, will they reopen this year, or like, I mean, and are they closed like in total, like no one can go over there? Like what's kind of their status? What are they looking like?
So the trails at Weldon Springs, all but the barn trails, the old barn trails that they burned down, it's still, I believe there's still the blocks, the wood signs saying they're closed. I've seen people walking back there. The reason they were closed at one point was just when they were doing the hydroaxing was to just keep people safe and out of there, because some of those wood chunks were flying yards. I didn't want anybody getting impaled by a rogue piece of wood getting chopped up. But they're done with that. The burning is done back there. So I've noticed people back there walking. I've not addressed it. I understand people enjoy walking back there. It's a place to walk the dog and get some exercise. I've just kind of turned a blind eye. I don't know any safety issue that's back there.
Can you like see the trail still, the trail path?
Yes and no. In some spots, it's clearly visible. Others, you can't really see where the old trail used to be. But I mean, it's all been hydroaxed and flattened, so you can get around back there. Just be careful, because there are some trees that were hydroaxed where there's they're still sticking up a little bit, and you'll see somebody have a step tree, go through their boot or shoe or sandal or whatever they're wearing. So.
Sure. One thing I worry about, I know you've got a dog, is like not ticks per se yet, but like something getting in their skin, that I don't know, like a flea or something. I know fleas probably aren't out there, but like bugs, those sorts of things. Are we seeing much of that, or is that an issue back there? You think? Like, would you take your dog back there? Is what
I
I'm
would
asking?
take my dog back there. Yeah,
okay.
I give her the flea, tick, heartworm, trio, whatever that I buy to prevent the ticks from getting in on her. But I noticed, I talked to another officer, the Champaign County officer, Officer Vaughn. He was telling the other day he walked in some of the tall grass areas and came out with like 4 or 5 ticks and found a couple more when he got home. So They're back.
Yay.
They're here. I was getting ready to knock on wood. Fortunately, I check myself usually when I go in the house every day after a shift, and I have not seen one on me. Now I don't know if that speaks to my work ethic or if that I don't know what that is credit.
You turning into John Williamson and
don't
pencil
know.
pushing and
I
all
don't
those
know.
things?
I need a tick to show I've been doing something. I don't know, but I don't want a tick. So
yeah.
But Colin said he walked that tall grass, came out with 5 or 6 ticks.
Jeez,
So I was like,
okay.
"Ah."
Yeah. All right. So be aware of that. And when it's dry is when ticks are more prevalent, correct?
Not really sure to answer that. I don't know.
I don't know why I thought that.
I
Or
don't
there's
know.
something when it's dry. There's some sort of
I always
that's-
thought that ticks, when you get that freeze, they freeze off, and then usually, you don't see.
I
them
know
as
we could use
active, but
another
then-
like all the bugs are out now. Like I saw a wasp out front the other day. I'm like, we could really use a hard freeze. One more just to kill these, what's.
I noticed that I went running yesterday, and I noticed I'm a mouth breather when I run. My mouth's always open.
Yeah.
and I was spitting out the little black bug, clouds you run into, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
man, they're back.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're there.
Yep. They get in that nice warm sunshine and they stay there. So, all right. Well, I don't even remember where we started this conversation. Crowds at the lake, crowds at the
lake,
at the
yeah,
springs.
they're picking up.
Yeah.
I got some little notes to talk about like Clinton Lake, specifically. West Side's open now, so we've got the West Side boat access open, and we never really closed the pavilion area, but the parking lots are finished. And then also we got they're going to start that restricted area that we talked about the last couple times where people, I said were violating. They closed down for the waterfowl.
Yeah.
management
That
area.
like that. Yeah. On the lake. Yeah.
It's open between DeWitt Bridge 48. It's opening April 1st. So at 7 a.m. I was talking to Charlie, the site superintendent, this morning, and he said, April 1st, the buoy is going to be removed around 7 a.m. That's when park staff usually gets into work. They work 7 to 3. So by the time they can get down there and pull them, that's usually a pretty big deal. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, you were telling me about
if
this.
if I'm working that morning, I like to go because you'll have probably 2 dozen boats sitting west of the DeWitt Bridge, just waiting for park staff to pull those, and you'll have boats staged at the Weldon access because they'll open that as well at that time, obviously, and ready to go launch for everybody to go fish that warm water area.
That's funny. It's
pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's like it's got to be fun to be in the people watching business where like it's your job to people watch, and so like you can just sit there and watch these guys rush the lake when it opens. That's got to be entertaining, right?
I always view it as and I'm always happy for them because I always view it as I'm that's not my jam, that's not my thing. My thing, like we just talked about, March Madness, has been 48 hours the last 4 days watching basketball, but that's their March Madness. Maybe that's that person's pure enjoyment that they're getting as they wait for that April 1st or the end of the month when that water can open back up, the warm water, and they can take that boat in and go catch fish.
There you go.
I always just get excited for them. No, it's not my jam, but it's fun to watch people's excitement and preparation for that.
I like that. That's wholesome. Again, with the DNR Conservation Police Officer Noah Workman in studio with us here for this morning. With that said, what is fishing like at Weldon Springs right now? Are there any restrictions? Are there any dates we need to know about? Again, Weldon Springs or Clinton Lake, but we've just touched on Clinton Lake.
Touched on Clinton Lake.
Yeah.
We're getting ready they're going to stock trout here in the next week or so out at Weldon Springs. They stock it. I can't remember if it's twice or once a year. But anyway.
Oh, I was thinking it was like every 2 years, but I could be wrong.
I know they do it in the spring. I don't know if they do a fall stock or not.
Okay.
Spring, we are getting ready to stock it here in about the next week. So if you are going to fish Weldon Springs and you catch trout, you got to throw it back. You can't possess trout until the opening of trout season. So
when is that?
Beginning of April. Just looked at it. Came off my phone the other day. I'd have to go back and check the exact date.
I can't believe we're almost to April, by the way.
Yeah, we're
Crazy.
close.
Yeah,
we're close. But yeah, you can't possess trout until the trout opener. It's always a Saturday morning. I think it's the first full Saturday.
So the
first
4th.
Saturday. I think so. I'd have to go back and look at the exact date, and I'll let you know when we get off here.
Cool.
If you want to post about it, but
yeah, it should be a text or something.
They're stocking that. So I always tell people, make sure you got a trout stamp. Fishing license expire at the end of March. So April 1st, you got to have your new fishing license. If you got a 3-year license, great. Make sure that you're within that 3 years that you bought it. But if you're going to be a trout fisherman, keep trout. You need it. That's an annual thing. You go by and make sure you go get your trout stamp. Just because you bought your 3-year fishing license, it wasn't a 3-year trout stamp either. So
okay,
it's a separate stamp to catch. And
I mean, I'm sure there's guys that keep track of this and they know, but like it's also a lot to keep track of.
100%. I always tell people when I see the 3-year, I'm like, you got to set in your calendar to know, because I know me, I wouldn't remember
Yeah.
I don't buy the 3-year for that reason. I
Mhm.
know early April I need to go buy hunt license or my hunt fish combo and
Mhm.
things like that.
Mhm.
I wouldn't remember if it was a 3-year.
I know. That's just
So
crazy.
I always ask people, make sure you got something on your phone to remind you.
Sure. Along those lines, any other seasons coming up, things of that nature we need to know about, whether again the springs or the lake?
So we got turkey season coming up. Charlie told me, I didn't know about it, but they do an annual ultra run out at Clinton Lake, and it's going to be this Saturday.
What's an ultra run?
An ultra run. This is going to be a 30. So an ultra run is it's a long distance run, trail run. It can go up to 100 miles. I've read about 100-mile trail runs, but this one's going to be a 30 mile. It's going to be the North Fork Loop. It'll be three laps around that North Fork Loop, starting on Saturday, and actually that overlaps with youth turkey season. So Charlie,
so how's that going to work?
So the youth turkey hunters this weekend, they get drawn in, they get their permit. Charlie's going to reach out to them and remind them that this weekend they might want to. There's other areas at Clinton Lake they can hunt, but just hey, you might not want to mess with North Fork because it's going to be flooded with people doing the ultra run. So
You going to do the ultra run?
I'm not. I might go watch, spectate, or go take a look at it.
Well, this would be good practice for you because you told me you're going to run a marathon at some point this year. So, like,
those people, I ran 16 yesterday, and I'm sitting there after, and I was looking at my girlfriend. We're done. And I said, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I said, take that 16 and add 10 miles. I'm mentally defeated. And so I was like, but
it takes a special person to do that. It really does, man.
Maybe I had one too many old fashions. Some people buy pizza when they drink a couple too many old fashions. I buy marathons. That's just what we did. That's where we're at. So that's what I've committed to. And we're doing that in May. We're going to go out to Utah. We're doing it in elevation. So why would we make it easy?
Yeah. How do you even train for elevation over here?
You don't.
Yeah, you're
You
gonna
just
go
gotta
to Mount Pulaski and run the hill or something. I don't know, but
you just think about those logistics the next morning. You're like, well, that was really
why
that
I
was a
do
really
this?
dumb choice. I chose to run 26 miles down the mountain in elevation. That was brilliant.
That was a good one. Yeah.
So no, I'm not going to do that ultra run with those people, but I'm going to know what their brain and know their mindset's at, and I'm going to watch them suffer.
Like, I know what they're going through.
Yeah,
I'm just glad I'm not there. Yeah, sure. Well, I'll tell you what, on that note, my friend, I look at the clock, we could use a break, and we've got a lot more to get to. So how do folks learn about some of the stuff we've talked about here today, or just keep up with outdoor stuff in Illinois?
You do a good job. Follow on the Facebook page, DNR. Also, the DNR website is a great resource. We've got all of our contact information on there. If you ever have any questions, all of our CPOs around the state are more than happy to answer.
Sure. Very good. Noah Workman, DNR Conservation Police Officer, my guest in studio today. More to come with Officer Workman on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
Let's check the opening numbers now with the Chicago Board of Trade on this Monday. I'm Jim Taylor on the RFD Radio Network. Corn starting the day lower, beans steady, and wheat lower. May corn opening 462.5 down 3. July corn down 2.5, 473.5. New crop December 488.25 down 2.5. May beans opening the day 1161.25 unchanged. July beans unchanged 1176.5. And November new crop 1143 up 2 pennies. May Chicago wheat 590 down 5.25. May KC wheat 601 down 5.25. May bean meal 328.70 up 70 cents. May bean oil down 59 cents 64.91. Energy market May Brent crude oil down 963 102.56. Opening numbers on this Monday morning. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
March into Baum Chevrolet Buick and march out with a new Chevrolet. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton and Farmer City. We have over 20 Silverados to fit your daily work needs in 1500, 2500, and 3500s in gas or diesel, all sale priced. Also, check out the Colorado pickup. This size and maneuverability may be another option as well. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Baum Chevrolet Buick, right from the start.
Here's Matt Hart, owner of the Hart Media Group in Clinton, talking about continuing to serve the community through new ownership.
things came together, and we reached an agreement to purchase. And as you mentioned, we closed August the 1st. So as August the 1st, Miller Media Group is now Hart Media Group, and we're continuing to serve the people of Clinton and DeWitt County and Monticello and Bloomington and Decatur and everywhere, because we'll just keep connecting people as we've been doing.
The Hart Media Group looks forward to continuing to serve the community for years to come.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Again, good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio, DNR Conservation Police Officer Noah Workman. And Officer Workman, you talked about turkey hunting opening up at Clinton Lake on, and I don't remember the exact date, but that's coming up. Also, we're getting into the mushroom hunting season, and there's a little bit of overlap with the turkey hunters there.
There is. There's like, it's like a blood versus Crips when it comes to the mushroom hunters and mushroom hunters and the turkey hunters, especially on public ground. So the turkey hunters have the area to hunt until 1 p.m. So mushroom hunters aren't to go in and disrupt them while they're trying to hunt turkey. I mean, turkey are already a hard enough species to kill, but then when you start getting a lot of foot traffic in there with people looking for morels, makes it darn near impossible. So the public area is closed to mushroom hunters until 1 p.m. It is the turkey hunter ground. But every year we go through it where the mushroom hunter just either doesn't know or just blatantly doesn't care and is going to go in and look for his morel, regardless of the turkey hunter having that area till 1. So it's kind of become almost like the restricted area we talked about. It's like almost the discretion's almost gone. It's just 100, and with our cheapest ticket's $195. You know, I know that's a high number, and it's tough to even write on my end a lot of the times, but that is just what it is. And so I always, for 99% of the time, am gonna see it more from the eye of the hunter, you know, especially the turkey hunter who's utilizing public ground because he or she does not have that, you know, privilege or, you know, blessing to have private to hunt on. So they rely on that public ground. And yeah, I usually side with the turkey hunter at that part or point. If the morel mushroom hunter is in there when they're not supposed to be, and then it disrupts, and I get a complaint, and it disrupts the turkey hunters, you know, hunt that day. And you know, turkey hunting, you're drawn into seasons. So you only get 1 week to hunt that turkey. If you're drawn into one season on public ground, you get that 1 week to go hunt turkey, and that's it. So it's a big deal to those guys. And then, again, another one of those things that aren't my jam. I'm afraid to be a turkey hunter because I think I'll be obsessed with it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I've heard it's a great time, and I think I would enjoy it a lot, and I'd get really engulfed, and I don't want it to be I don't have time for another hobby. I don't have time for another hobby.
Yeah.
And I stay away from it, but I've had a lot of people was like, that would be right near a wheelhouse.
Really?
I think it would be. But
yeah. Staying away from it for now.
Stay away from it. But yeah, just the mushroom hunters, if you're going to go out Clinton Lake and mushroom hunt on public ground, once this weather breaks and we start seeing the morels, be mindful of what time you're going out. After 1 p.m., you're good to go. So
yeah. Now, I don't know if you know this. Are there like conditions you want leading up to mushroom hunting where those morels are good sized and ideal and those sorts of things?
It's all ground temperature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's once the ground temperature reaches, I forget what it is, and then I could be completely wrong. I thought it was in the 50s, but I could be completely wrong.
Okay.
But yeah, it's once that ground temperature hits a certain temperature, that's when you're going to start. The morels are going to start coming up.
Sure.
So
Gotcha.
Flushing, I think, is what a group of mushrooms are flushes.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So,
all right. Well, very good. So keep that all in mind. And yeah, are there areas of Clinton Lake you're not allowed to be on for mushroom hunting?
Not unless it's a restricted area. I mean, we've got like the areas that are closed, you know, north of the hot water ditch.
People mushroom hunt at the springs?
Yeah.
Do they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But you can't turkey hunt there.
You can't turkey hunt there, but mushroom hunting is good to go out at Weldon Springs. I think it's because it's a state park. The mushroom is like one of the only two things legally you're supposed to take off that land.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Because like it's some kind of floral, I believe. There was a floral, and then there was the fungi with the. I'd have to go back and look at the exact verbiage of the ad rule, but yeah, there's only you're not supposed to technically by law even remove sheds or, you know, deadheads if you find a deadhead of a deer or anything off that state park. I have a lot of people that'll call and ask about Weldon Springs, and it's, when I came in, we allow it. We do. When I transferred in here about 5 years ago, that was a question I asked. We allow people to shed hunt because by definition of the rules, no, you're not supposed to. And they're like, yeah, we don't say. I'm like, okay, as long as we're all on the same, enforcement page here. So
gotcha.
But yeah,
nice.
You can mushroom hunt there. I don't know of anywhere out at Clinton Lake that you're not allowed to mushroom hunt.
When is this season open? I'm sorry.
For what?
For mushroom hunting.
It's just when they pop up. There is no
okay.
actual date or season. It's
okay.
Once the morels start to come up,
okay,
it's go.
But you're not supposed to be out there till 1 o'clock at Clinton Lake.
Correct.
Yeah.
And now that we talk about mushroom hunting, so that it's Mettler Woods. It's that state. It's the nature preserve
by Leroy Light, right?
No, maybe I'm thinking of it wrong. Is it Mettler? Metzler? It's the one west of town off.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
that is a nature preserve, and nature preserves are a no-go on the mushroom hunting. So because it's labeled a nature preserve, they do not allow, with the status of what that land is, to pull anything you can't take in or pull out anything off that land. It's just to go keep it in its most natural state. So,
I see.
That's a no-go. We addressed it. I say we, CPO Osmus and I, the two DeWitt County guys, but we addressed that heavily about a couple years ago. We were writing warnings to people because a lot of the responses when we would encounter people pulling mushrooms out was, I've been mushroom hunting here my whole life. Like, well, yeah, but we were asked to kind of help keep an eye on that area.
Why is that? Like, why can't they mushroom hunt there? I mean, I know it's a nature preserve, but
with nature preserves, there's just, you leave nothing and you pull nothing out. That the purpose of that is just, it is the most natural piece of land. It is just to stay in its natural state.
Sure.
No hunting, no pulling, no nothing.
I see. 1 minute with you, Officer Workman.
Yep.
Anything else we missed? Do you want to put out there?
Concession stand at Weldon Springs gonna be open by Memorial Day, I'm hearing. They did get a person contracted with that, and the water at the campgrounds are going to be turned on by April 1st as well. So the camping is going to start picking up.
Yeah.
So here in about the next week or so, the water is going to be on, and we'll start having filled up campsites.
Okay. If anybody's got questions about Weldon Springs, Clinton Lake, how do they find that?
Well, you can call out at the office. We'll be happy to answer your questions there. Our phone, I say ours, the CPO for conservation officer phone numbers are on the DNR website. The DNR website does a great job keeping updates as well. And then our follow on Facebook pages.
Very good. Well, Officer Workman, good to see you.
Thanks, sir.
Yep. Best of recovery, and whatever that marathon is, best of luck with that as well.
I'll be back before then, I hope.
Perfect. All right. DNR Conservation Police Officer Noah Workman in studio with us here this morning. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube. Brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. If you miss any of our conversation with Officer Workman, video of this interview is at Facebook and YouTube. You can check it out there as well. And again, we come up on the top of the hour. Network news comes your way next on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
The Big 1520, WHOW Clinton, along with 92.3 FM.